Next step or stage in the ideation phase is really thinking through the customer journey. There's a ton of funnels out there. There's hundreds. We pulled one together that made sense to us. But really, you can apply this to your business or industry.
So the first step of the customer journey is awareness. So making your brand, creating brand awareness around your products or services. So the way that we do this from a content standpoint would be blog articles on maybe very general topics that are industry related or very search oriented, so that people are coming inbound into your website via these common search terms. Also, infographics are a great way for people to learn about your business or your product. So one way that you can also do this is to distribute that high-level blog content with a paid strategy to target new audiences on social media, which we're going to get into later on.
Research shows, at least Salesforce research, it takes 6 to 8 touch points before a lead becomes a customer. An Online Marketing Institute says it takes 7 to 13. So what that means is you really need an omni-channel strategy. You need to be everywhere, using multiple channels and focusing on multiple stages of the buying cycle. So that's just important to keep in mind. So we talked about awareness, and that's all about SEO and increasing traffic to your site, being relevant in search. And then next is consideration. So really capturing their email address, that's the holy grail, right? That's the golden ticket that we all want as marketers. Creating valuable enough content for someone to want to give up their email address for. So that's something to think about in the consideration phase. So ebooks, downloads, white papers, evergreen content is really key in this phase.
And the next step of the customer journey would be intent. So once a person discovers you, they look at some of your information, they're considering you, now it's time to really decide that they want to purchase from you. So the way that a lot of people will do this is hop on Yelp or hop on Facebook and read some reviews and see what other customers are saying. That's what people trust most, is those customer reviews. And also case studies if you're B2B. How did your company help other organizations? What were you able to provide for them? So these come in the intent phase. They're very useful for getting to that next stage, which is a purchase.
There's obviously the purchase stage. We left that out, but it's, obviously they become a customer, but it shouldn't stop there. And I think this is a lot of things that people miss. Is once they become a customer, you think, oh, I've done my job. Well, actually need to take care of those customers and build brand ambassadors and create loyalty programs and certain content that can address them in that stage. So did they have a good experience? Great. If they didn't, you want to capture that and make sure it is a good experience. So reviews, encouraging them to write reviews, good or bad, are good, and also continuing to email with them, stay connected with them, provide them valuable content, offers, promotions, keep them coming back.